gonna use my big Ryobi sprayer this morning. Hopefully this battery works. I have so much trouble with these batteries. And then I'm gonna do hydrogen peroxide on a lot of stuff because I want to. All right. So I'm gonna mix up 8 ounces per gallon of water. So the sun sugars are still producing fruit, but they just look awful. I'm a little worried because the hummingbirds are out and one was sitting above here. So I'm a little worried about the hydrogen peroxide and the hummingbirds. But I'm going to do it anyway. Alright, so basically it's on. I sprayed the phone. I wish this was bug juice. Turn that back. These are so consumed by whiteflies. I have a little lizard that lives here. The watermelon and the cantaloupe. Oh yeah, I got a cantaloupe getting pretty big. Ooh, I'm hearing a huff and a puff. I'm not sure I'll include on this clip. This is one of my gardening shirts that I went through and did the hydrogen peroxide spray per Gary Pilarczyk, Rusted Gardener, Maryland Zone 7B, 7 zone. Hit the grapes, hit the tomatoes. Listen, those sun sugars, those things are over the roof line. If I were to get a tomato up there, obviously I'd have to get the big ladder out. I need to wrestle them in. They're a little beyond my control once again. They've gotten out of control as far as they're just too darn big and long. I'm not sure why I try to scale in, why I try to garden in a big scale and a little gardener for a little old lady. Anyway, I was spraying them and I realized that the spray had better shoot up a good 3 feet above the end of the wand with my arm outstretched. Now, I don't know my math all that well, but you can figure out that's pretty tall. So let me turn the camera around real quick and show you. Yeah, there they are. Right, where's the finger? Way up in there, and you know, some of my roof lines. Clearly, I can't manage that. Yeah, I hear the hummingbirds, and When I came out this morning to spray, even before coffee, as you know, I'm stuttering. I can't blah without my coffee. Anyway, one of the hummingbirds was sitting up there, and I thought, oh dear me, I don't want to spray. And I have a pet lizard that lives back here somewhere. He's not my pet, but every year I seem to have a lizard living here, and they're so cute. And he took off. I don't know that he'll leave the garden. I've had one every year, and I know this isn't the same one. The other one passed away, unfortunately, and it was my fault. But yeah, you can see those are, I need to get the step stool out, for sure, the step stool, and just wrestle them in. The top of the cattle panel trellis is just about enough for me to reach with my fingertips. Any taller than that, I would have to get ladders, and I'm not really into that. Oh, don't let me finish sentences with, so yeah. I've edited some of those out, by the way. Anyway, bit of a rush this morning. I did want to do the hydrogen peroxide so bad. You know, and I'm sure some of you have experienced this. Here I am spraying a hydrogen peroxide for the leaves' benefit, their health. And whiteflies are flying, and I'm like, I need to spray for whiteflies. They are eating up my grape leaves. It's a race against time. I do have some white grape leaves too. So I am going to search around for iron. I thought I had some, so I'm going to search around and give them an iron treatment. I am reluctant because these pots do sit on pavers that need to be here when I choose to sell this house someday. No, this isn't forever for sure. The house is cool, but you know, a little crowded. We had, I believe it was 99 yesterday. Perhaps it was 100. I think it was 100 actually. And we've got a week of 100s. These are the sorts of temperatures that lead to the monsoons. Something about this weather, that weather, heat draws words, many words. I'm completely right-brained, by the way. I have no left brain, is dead. It's not that I've had a stroke, but I just wasn't born with the gift of mathematical skills or logic or any of the sciences. They fascinate me, but as soon as I took courses, I took a course in geology, I took a course in astronomy. Those people could not have ruined the subject more for me. Even genealogy, and I don't know if some of you do genealogy, I do. I have been since 1996. Even some left-brain folks turn it into a real science, and I'm like, what happened to traipsing around cemeteries and looking for not loved ones, but people who might have loved us, great-greats, you know? How did it become so complicated, especially with the DNA? I love the DNA portion of genealogy. I know this isn't gardening, but I'm in a garden. I love the DNA portion of it. I have thousands of cousins. I have no idea how I'm related to some of them. I've got something's in the woodpile somewhere. I don't know. Something's not quite right with somebody. But it's a Southern family too. I can't really figure out. I don't know. I digressed. I'm sorry. Thank gosh for the power of editing. I edited out a whole bunch of a video yesterday. It was just some other subject. And you do know that the video I posted yesterday, I didn't have sound. I make a sound check every morning. I had sound when I came out. I was working on sound. I had greeted you on sound. And by the time I sat down, I didn't have sound. What changed? Might happen again today. These are good microphones too. I have no idea. It's just me, right? As I think about that, I looked back at the beehive. I've been calling it Beehive, I think because of Hy-Vee stores, but it makes sense, beehive, and the logo is a beehive. Oh my gosh, I finally caught up. I was just looking back at it. I haven't set a schedule for it yet. I feel very fortunate I can even get it to water manually. I feel like a schedule soon. I'll get there soon. I love it though. I love sitting in my house and turning on the water. I don't know if it's running, but it appears to be. Because when I come out and check, it is running. So, but I would like to be able to sit in my house and have it run and, you know, just like relax, especially in the 100-degree days where I might need an additional 10 or 15 minutes of drip, say in the late afternoon, you know, if I water in the morning. Did I just see my little lizard go by? I'd like to be able to show you him. He's a little bit shy, this one. He is so funny. These guys are funny. Oh, it's another lovely day, believe it or not, out here in the garden. It still feels very green and lush. I don't know why it feels lush. What do you think about hydrogen peroxide on my crepe myrtle? And it's got blooms, but it's got that powdery mildew, and I've sprayed with whatever it is that you spray for powdery mildew, but it seems to kill the blooms when I do that. And I don't know why it's got powdery mildew. I mean, crepe myrtle, do they get that? This one right here. Let me move you a little bit. Thank goodness, not that one, but that one. The purple. I know they're close together, but I did pull them apart a little bit, and that seems to, you know, I don't think there's going to be any movement. I haven't seen it. I don't even know what powdery mildew would look like on the dark leaves. Would it be white? Anyway, good morning. Hello, just rattling. How are you today? Heat? Or are you having a nice summer? We just went into summer. What's it looking like for you? Looks like it's gonna be a hot one for us. We're starting real early with hundreds. Like I'm an expert. I'm not. On southeastern Arizona, I'm not. I'm an expert on Phoenix. It's always hot. I went to high school, 8th grade high school there, super hot. That's all I know about that. But down here, you know, I think 90s is as high as it needs to get, needs to, if I'm putting in my order. But yeah, we're hitting hundreds already, so imagine July and August. Let's do a quick little tour. We don't need to do a comprehensive, but I think a couple things are moving fast. Like the cantaloupe is showing up. Showing up. Let me reverse this. My volunteer zinnia, I love that thing. See that? So we got some growth there. I'd like to see some more. Again, I think I lost a few because of watering issues, so definitely want to see some more. He's growing. Musk melon. I've got a lot of blooms, and I've got hummingbirds. And I think I have bees, yes. There were bees on this moonlight thyme yesterday, that purple thing. Hi, sweetheart. Good morning. Yes, little hummingbird guy. Got my little watermelon bagged up. Reliable Stella de Oro. You can just always come out and see these things. Oh, they're so reliably beautiful and happy. What do we got here? I've got coffee in my hand too. I remember this one came out of containers. I separated those. They've had to grow big and tall to compete with the sunflowers, of which I see a little color on that bud underneath it, but oh, we do have our first opening. Okay, let me see. I gotta put my coffee down. Let me pause you. Ta-da! It's a happenings. You see how they all face the sun? Isn't that fascinating? There, I'll back you down. That way you can see that the head of every one of them has turned toward the sun. I didn't know they did that until my friend explained that they do. Not that he has experience with sunflowers, but sometimes people know stuff. And I just think these are happy. They just make me happy, this color and the multicolor of it. I just love it. That's a beautiful scene right there, isn't it? I walked out and saw that and I thought, oh my goodness, look at how beautiful that is. Today's harvest, 30, plus the one I ate, so could we say 31? Thank you for joining me in the garden this morning. I hope you have a nice day. See you soon. Bye. I wanted to fix I have a leak out front where a T in my spaghetti line keeps popping off. Then I found a second one this morning, and then I was just gonna fix it. So I have a lot of weird spaghetti line going into these, and I've decided to run extra supply tubing. And then I had this, and I was like, I'll run a separate timer. That's what I'll do. The spaghetti tomato is just so fragile here, and I can't keep it under the gravel. I don't know why, it just pops back out. Craziest thing. All right, I'm gonna try that instead. I'm gonna set you somewhere. I'm not sure where. It's so hot, it'll probably pop off in a minute. Yeah, I think you can still see them. All right. Timer. Take the battery out. Do the batteries. Batteries. This guy. That guy. Pop in. Nice lights are blinking. And I'm going to use this pressure regulator I got from that Orbit, because this end, you just put the tubing in it. Kind of like, let's see if you can see, kind of like that, and it sticks in. And I didn't want to do that. I had my setup here. This is a fresh setup. All right. And then I'll have to do an elbow. Sometimes it's almost best to hook up so you can get your lines set. Alright. I'm not one to measure with a ruler. I say righty tighty, lefty loosey. You know I don't want to be out front here. I'm going to try to fix without moving pots, because I don't want to do that.
I prefer these elbows where you can screw or unscrew versus the ones that work on compression, because you can never get the compression ones off. So you push in and then tighten. Nope. Okay. Oh well, dropping everything. Don't want to be out here. Totally freaking out, to be honest.
Push. Push. And then tighten this down. There. It's a nice tight seal.
I'm probably going to go ahead and hook the rest of the line up to the bottom of that, and then I'll cut that as I need, but once it's down by the gravel here, it's just going to get hard to maneuver. I know, this seems like a lot of work in here, but shit, it's done outside one.
About now, people are probably praying for monsoons.
Check this line off for the closing it. I'll have to cut it to do it. I won't do anything too fun that way. This part. This one gets out here. You never know, you might want to reuse it. So just bird. Sometimes those pop off, you know, so especially in this kind of heat. I'm gonna tuck that under here. Keep it out of the sun. Nice. Now, got this line. And I'm not worried with big gravel right now. I might in the future, but just not today. Okay, so I've got that. Now I'm gonna put some lines into each one of these plants. I didn't have those out irrigation. I got one over behind over there, so we'll get all that done. You know, I think multiple lines would be better than tea. The breaks in the teas are just great. Right. It's such a weak point. Oh boy. You're in a tough position if you haven't got your hold plug. Push through. There we go. And now another one here. Oh god. This is weird. Usually it's a nice satisfying click. Oh dear. Uh-oh. That indicates something's got over the pipe. I'm gonna have trouble with all of them, I see. You know, I wonder if it's because it's too hot. Shoot. Every one of these is gonna be flawed.
Uh-oh. What's that all about? That could be on the outskirts of town. Huh. Alright, it was super hot. And I fixed all the irrigation, hooked up to all these with the larger pipe. I need to cover it a little bit, but right now it's at least 100 degrees. Well, at least it's in the high 90s. And then I fixed irrigation out there. Spaghetti tubing's a disaster, and you might say, why don't you cover it? And I have so many times. This gravel's a river rock, and it doesn't stay put. It was a mistake on my part to buy. So this one's running. I think it is. I accidentally turned it off. Let's see. Yeah, dripping away. So that's good. I want to see if that one's running without leaks. So I'll turn this one off. And I'll turn that one on, even though I ran it this morning. I'm going to run it for 10 minutes and just see. Gotta wait for that blinking light. I want to see if this bed, which basically I took 6-inch emitters and ran them around. Something's not right here. That was pretty noisy. Yeah, I'd love to cover this, but it just keeps getting uncovered because the heat is just going to beat up on it. All right, how's this emitter working? Let's see if there's water going in. These are succulents, but boy, it's hot and they need water. I am watering parts of the bed that I don't want to, but listen. Yeah. But you can see I need more rock in here too. These bags of rock are heavy. I get them at Lowe's. Anyway, that was better than emitters to the... This kind of tubing is actually much stronger than the spaghetti. Right. This is concerning. I'm hearing noise out here. Nope, everything's okay. Alright, need to keep my arborvitaes alive. And these guys, I got these guys on. These are on a little drip. Yep. A little drip for these, and they're in the shade, so I don't get that much sun. Good. All right, I think everything's working.